Hello, my name is Tim. My company is Sports and Touring, and we are performance Jaguar specialists. Jaguar, of course, have stopped building internal combustion cars. They're working on an electric Grand Tourer, but their last Grand Tourer is undoubtedly one of the best cars they ever produced. The XK150 and XKR, which accompanied it, are not only dazzlingly brilliant to look at, absolutely gorgeous to drive, incredibly fast, dynamic with wonderful handling, and with a cockpit which offers, I dare say, a level of luxury and opulence, which means you can tackle the longest journey and still arrive fresh and smiling. And it is always an enormous joy for us here when we find a brilliant low mileage XKR in exquisitely good condition, and that's what we've done here. This is a 62 plate car. It's travelled only just a little over 30,000 miles. It's in Polaris white with black pack and a range of other things which not only add to the looks but also to the joy of ownership. It's in brilliantly good condition, and I'm very excited indeed to show you around. From low down at the front, the XKR has a very imposing look. But as you come around the side of the vehicle, you realise there's a lot more to it than that. The beautiful, graceful, flowing compound curves of the design, the way that the accents, for example, the bonnet vents, the power vents at the side, and the aero pack side skirts and front and rear spoilers all add to the look, builds the picture. And then we take in these gorgeous Orona wheels, very rare, 20-inch alloy wheels, freshly refurbished in gloss black and diamond turned, and looking utterly spectacular. And behind them, of course, the red brake calipers. And then on the wheels, we've put the red centre caps, which again add a little touch to this very elegant looking machine. All around, by the way, the paintwork is in stunningly good order, hardly any signs at all of this car's age, and of course its low mileage contributes to its wonderful condition. There's no doubt it has been a weekend pleasure rather than a daily driver. And coming round to the back end here, I have to say it's the chrome that does it here. The beautiful chrome badges, XK, the Leaper, and the R badge with its little flash of green and red, and then those quad tailpipes sitting there proudly as testament to the horsepower under the bonnet. It's a very splendid looking thing indeed on the outside as it is on the inside, and that is where we are headed next. We'll supply the car, of course, with 2 remote key fobs and the owner's book pack, but one of the features of the XKR is keyless entry, so just walk up to the car and grasp the door handle, give it a pull, and provided that the key is somewhere about your person, the car will unlock, the power fold mirrors move out into position, and we can look into this sumptuous cockpit. It really is a very beautiful thing indeed. Finished in warm charcoal leather with ivory contrast stitch, and all in absolutely wonderful condition. The tread plate, you can see, is very fine. These gorgeous seats with the contrast stitching and with the perforated leather sections in the middle are in fabulous order. You might expect to see some wear there on the side bolster, and on the side of the base there isn't any. And we come up to these gorgeous headrests with, of course, the R logo embossed. One of Jaguar's habits is to emboss the R logo on the headrests of cars which wear that badge. We'll look in detail at the door card here, which I hope you can see is in factory condition. We've got this beautiful leather and then the carpet down at the bottom part. You can see that we've got the full 16-way memory seat package there with the adjustable thigh support, lumbar support, and side bolsters as well. And looking down at the speaker, you can see Bowers and Wilkins is the legend on there, telling us that this car has the Bowers and Wilkins sound pack in it. I'll just take a moment to talk about the back seats of the XKR. Now, these are definitely a 2+2, not a 4-seater. And you can see there with the front seats fully rearwards, as they are at the moment, there's hardly any legroom. This is a car which is suitable if you go to the pub on a rainy day and you bump into your friends and offer them a lift. Yeah, you'll be able to stick a couple of adults in the rear seats with the front seats forward a bit, and they'll be comfortable for a relatively short journey. But I wouldn't expect you to be taking 4 adults in an XKR from London to Edinburgh to visit the Fringe, for example. That would not be a comfortable journey. But of course, the rear seats, again, if you're going touring, great place to put your rucksack, your soft hold all and so forth. Extra luggage space there. Okay, sitting down into the XKR, and it's such a beautiful place to be. The quality of the design and especially of the materials throughout this cockpit is really sensationally good. No scrimping on cost when Jaguar designed this car and specified the materials for the cockpit. Looking in detail, we can see that we've got this handy armrest. It slides back to reveal the twin cup holders and then lifts up to reveal a useful cubby hole there. And we've got USB and iPod connectivity into the infotainment system. And that is the socket into which you put the car's key. If it's lost electronic contact with the key, it'll ask you to attach the key to the car, as it were, by popping it into that socket. Forward of there into the centre console, finished in beautiful piano black veneer. And in order to explore this properly, we'll fire up the supercharged V8. So looking at the instrument binnacle there, I have my finger on the start button, my foot is on the brake, and we will let the engine start turning. A very smooth engine. The supercharger, of course, delivers tons of power, but without the delay and lag that you get with a turbocharger. Okay, back to the centre console. We have the electronic parking brake. That takes care of itself as you're driving away. You don't have to release it. It's got hill start assist as well. The dynamic mode selector, that takes this car from its day-to-day driving mode into a livelier mode with the engine, steering, suspension and gearbox maps adjusted for a livelier style of driving. Button here turns the cruise control into an active speed limiter, very handy for the roadworks on the motorway. Then we've got rain, ice and snow mode for the winter, and here we've got the traction control off button. If you're on a racetrack and you've got good hands and feet, that makes this into a very exciting thing indeed, but do check your bank balance for the tyre budget before you start having too much fun, of course. Forward from there, and we've got the beautiful gear selector knob. It's a rotary selector, so we go from park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then down and round into sports gearbox mode if you're driving in that sportier style, and then we can go back round into park like so. There's the stop start button, and then maybe a touch of history, the ashtray and cigar lighter come next. Above them we have the climate controls, so auto climate, timed recirculation, passenger and driver temperature selectors, and then we've got front and rear demist, including the electrically heated front windscreen. So that has this windscreen has the little wires running through it that heat up and clear the windscreen incredibly rapidly in winter weather. Up from there to the infotainment system, and here we've got the home screen displayed, below which we've got the hotkeys that take you to various functions, then the on-off button, and then the source button, the slot for the CD player, and the play and eject controls for it as well. And looking here at the screen, you can see the home screen handily has the seat heating and cooling and steering wheel heating straight in front of you. So you get into one of these on a winter day and just tap those two buttons and straight away you'll be warming up. We can go to the audio page and see that audio options include AM and FM radio, DAB radio, CD and portable audio, of course, by plugging into those connections in the center console, which we looked at a moment ago. And you can get various adapters that will adapt an iPhone or an Android and make it work with this car's infotainment system very smoothly. And indeed, there's someone who's also offering CarPlay and Android for these cars now. Okay, back to the home screen and the climate controls. This enables us to direct the airflow around the cockpit, and then again we've got the heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats, and the fan control and air conditioning on and off. Back to the home screen, and here are the phone options. We don't have a phone connected at the moment, so I won't show you that, but it is Bluetooth telephony, very crisp and clear and easy to use. Navigation takes us to the sat nav. We'll just agree to the little cautionary tale there, and you can see it's a crisp and clear display, very easy to program with your destination, very easy to interpret the instructions from it as well. Back to the home screen again, and finally under vehicle we have a plethora of settings, starting with the trip computer, clock adjust, the brightness and contrast of the screen, of course, system settings, and then if we go back again we can go to vehicle settings, and you'll see here that under vehicle settings, security, parking and valet mode, lots of things that we can look at there as well. So a good fully featured infotainment system, and the sat nav and Bluetooth, just flawless really. Okay, we'll go back to the home screen and take a look next at the steering wheel with the beautiful Jaguar Growler on the steering wheel boss and the R logo there at the bottom as well. On the left hand thumb pad we've got the infotainment controls and Bluetooth telephony button. On the right hand thumb pad there we've got the cruise control and resume and cancel buttons, and then the left hand stalk has the automatic headlamps, and the right hand stalk for the rain sensitive wipers. And then if I move the camera carefully down here by my right knee, you will see that we've got the dimmer for the instrument binnacle and the rear fog light and the boot and petrol cap release as well. So that's a kind of functional guided tour of the cockpit, but I'd also like to point out the beautiful condition of everything here. Really, it is in stunningly good order, nothing to catch the eye and disappoint. The leather, the stitching, the switchgear and so forth, all in absolutely wonderful order, with very few signs indeed that this isn't an absolutely brand new car. Okay, next thing we need to do is have a look at the roof. So I'll spin the camera around and we will operate the roof up and down. Simple one button control here in the center of the windscreen surround. I'll just tap it and begin the closing procedure. And this car has had an aftermarket one button close and open function added to it, which means you don't have to keep your finger on the button there. And also, if you're walking away from the car, you park it up with the roof down, just tap the button to close the roof and everything will happen automatically as you walk away from the car, as you see it's doing around me now. So pretty swift, straightforward, mechanically reliable. These roof systems are renowned for being pretty good for their reliability across the motor industry, much better than some of their German counterparts, I say, with 30,000 moving parts. Opening, again, just tap the button there, you'll see the windows go down, the roof unlatches, the cover removes itself in a moment from the area into which the roof stows, and down it goes out of the way, and then the cover stows itself again, and you're ready for your top-down motoring in the sunshine. So it meets my requirements really of simplicity, reliability and speed of operation, and you can see it's working absolutely correctly. Okay, we'll switch the engine off and take a look next in the boot. You'll see that I've put the roof back up in order to inspect the boot, but while we've got the roof up, let's just take a look at it. You can see, I hope, that the fabric is in very fine order, no signs of distress, no signs of anything wrong, the usual little crease marks there which you'd expect to see on a soft roof, but absolutely perfect condition, and really again testament to the care with which this car has been kept over the years. So coming to the boot, and we can raise the boot lid there, and because we've had the roof down, the boot separator is in position at the moment, and that's this device here, which I'll now remove like so and stow in its open position, and that opens up the whole of the boot there so that you can see how plentiful the space is in here. It's not as big, of course, as the XKR Coupe, but it is a very decent grand touring boot, And particularly if you're going to go off on a European trip, I'd recommend purchasing one of the bespoke luggage sets, which fills the space precisely and effectively and also looks really good as you're walking up to your hotel. And by the way, under the boot floor here, if we lift this up, you can see that we have another handy stowage area there to add luggage space. Okay, closing the boot, and we'll come round to the passenger side of the car, where again we will see everything is just frankly stunning. The door card, I dare say, is perfect and untouched. Likewise, the tread plate in fabulous order, the dashboards, carpet and carpet mat, centre console, and this beautiful warm charcoal leather seat with the contrast ivory stitching, all in perfect condition. So we've looked around the outside, we've looked around the inside. There's one final stop on our tour of this car, and that is there under the bonnet. So we come to the heart of the machine. The engine cover there sitting on top of the supercharger, sitting on top of the 5-litre V8, which drives through the 6-speed ZF gearbox, one of the most renowned gearboxes in automotive engineering from a point of view of efficiency and reliability. And that takes this convertible from 0 to 60 in just 4.6 seconds and on to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Now, those are impressive numbers, of course, but this isn't a drag racing car, it isn't a numbers car, it's an emotions and feelings car. And it's all about how it feels to sit there in the driver's seat with your passenger beside you, your bags loaded in the back as you make your way perhaps down to those fabulous Italian roads to enjoy the performance of this wonderful Grand Tourer. You can see under the bonnet, by the way, everything is crisp and correct. Great service history with this vehicle, main dealer service history, and that is remarkable considering the very low mileage, the amount of servicing it's had. We will also be servicing it, ready for its next keeper. It's running fabulously well. I've driven it a considerable distance myself. It's driving superbly and really a very pleasurable thing indeed to be piloting along the road. So thank you very much indeed for watching. It has been a great pleasure to show you this beautiful XKR. We're Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire, open 7 days a week by appointment only. You're very welcome to telephone, email or WhatsApp us if you've got any questions about the car, or if you'd like to see it either in person or by video call. It'll be a pleasure to send you a link to the Google Drive. That's our online folder with higher resolution photographs which you can zoom in on, and PDF copies of important documents. If you've got a car to dispose of on your buying journey, we'll give you frank and honest advice about the best way to achieve the maximum value with the minimum inconvenience. And if you'd like to chat about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA, and we work with a really brilliant broker. Do please take a few moments to read our reviews in Auto Trader. I'm very proud indeed of the things that our previous customers say about us. And I'll close by saying thank you again. Feel free to like and subscribe to us here on YouTube, and we will look forward to hearing from you very soon. Contact details are coming next.